Hello, my name is George Hurlbert, and I will be your instructor for intermediate algebra for the spring of 2025. Welcome to the class. So I wanted to create this video to start you on a walkthrough of how this course is going to work, so you can go ahead and get started. Now, when you get into the course, the first thing I recommend you do is come down here and take a look at the syllabus. Click that link there, and it'll open here. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here in the syllabus, but I do recommend that you read through it, especially the grading information. Two important things on here are my name, if you need to get a hold of me, and my email address. I teach completely remotely for Corning Community College because I'm president of a national math organization, which requires me to travel a lot. So if you need to get a hold of me, email is always going to be your best bet. Okay, two important things I want to point out in the syllabus. Again, you should read through all of this. The first is the exams. Important thing to note, exams will be given on campus. And you can see the dates for the exam. The exams will be in the evenings starting at 6:30, except for the final exam, which will start at 6. And the other thing I want to point out in here that's very important is at the end. At the end is a list of every single assignment for the entire semester and the due date. So I recommend that you put these dates into your calendar, or if you're kind of an old-fashioned person, print this off and post it somewhere where you see it so you can be reminded of due dates. Now, I will, as the teacher, contact the class regularly and remind you of due dates, but ultimately it is your responsibility to make sure you are aware of all these. Okay, going back to our Brightspace course here. The vast majority of the work is going to be done here in Lumen Ohm. So you're going to go into Lumen Ohm. You're going to click this link, and it's going to take you to a system called Lumen Ohm, which is where all of the materials are. You'll need to create an account, typical stuff, username, password, and then you'll enroll in the course. In order to enroll in the course, you will need this course ID and this enrollment key. Let me know if you have any issues with this. Students usually find this pretty straightforward to get into this system, but if you have problems, let me know. Once you get in, you should see something like this. So you'll see at the beginning here, there's a calendar, and the calendar has due dates for all the things that are here in Lumen Ohm. You have an Ohm tutorial. This is one of your very, very first assignments. You can see what's due on the 29th. You have a discussion first. Some information about tutoring. This is extremely important. One of the biggest issues with an online class is that it's hard for you to get immediate help. If you are working on something and you have a question, there's nobody there to answer it like there would be in a traditional class. So getting tutoring when you need it is extremely important. Also, when you have questions, contacting me is extremely important, and I'll talk about that here a little bit as we move on. Okay, so let's go down. Your first assignment, as you can see, that's a discussion. So let's go down and look at the discussions. The first one's pretty straightforward. You'll click here. You'll add a new thread. And then you will answer the questions that were asked for. You might want to keep that open for a minute so you can see what those questions were. Let me go back here. So what I want is your name, a picture of yourself, general information, so on and so forth. And I will post one of these myself so that you know a little bit about me. And then you can see there are other discussions throughout the year, throughout the semester. Okay, so the way 95% of this class is going to work, you're going to be working on sections. Like, let's say we've been in the class for a couple weeks and you're ready for 0.3 CD, whatever that is. All right, so what's going to happen, that's module 0. And then 0.3. And then you'll see various sections. So here's your quiz for that. So you'll see 0.3C, you'll go in. What you'll find is a textbook. So if you're somebody who likes to learn by reading, you can click here, it'll open a textbook. You can read the materials. What I find most students prefer are the videos. So there are videos that I created along with shelves of lecture notes. So here's the video. You can go in and watch the video, watch it as many times as you want. Go fast, go slow, rewind, whatever you need to do. And while you are here, if you happen to have a printer, this can be very useful. That I kind of just took my notes and left out all the stuff that I'm going to write in. So this would be an excellent way for you to take notes. So if you have access to a printer, I would highly recommend printing these off, and then you can use these as lecture notes as you go along. If you don't have a printer, that's okay. What I would recommend is you get a notebook. And while you're watching the video, you treat this just like you would in class. You take notes as you go along so that you have things to go back and review. If all you do is sit passively and watch the videos, you're not going to learn much. You really need to be engaged with it. So that's why I think it's really important for you to take notes as you go along. Okay, so you've read the book if you want to do that, or you've watched my videos. If you don't like my videos, there are lots of other videos that I found that you can watch too. None of these are created by me. These are by other people, but they're generally very good. And then once you're ready for that, you go into the homework. So it's going to ask you questions like simplify 5 to the negative 3. So you'll notice that you'll click in the box, and the first thing it will do is bring up a math palette. So if you need something, so this one I know I'm going to need a fraction. This one I believe the answer happens to be 1 over 125. And I submit. And it tells me, hey, I got it right. Little green check. Great. Move on to the next question. This one. On purpose, I'm going to get this one wrong. I'm going to say 1 over 8. Submit. And it will tell me I have it wrong. Now, the good news is I can try again. It's not done. I can come back in here and I can change my answer. And I can resubmit. And now it tells me I have it right. And there is absolutely no penalty for getting a problem wrong on the homework. So homework for this class is really just practice. You can do these as often as you want, over and over again, until you get it right. Now, a couple of things that you'll find in here. Most of the problems have a video associated with them. So if you're not quite sure how to do it, you can click on that, watch a little video. If you have gotten a problem wrong a couple times and the video doesn't help at all, I would highly recommend this, where you message me. This is going to send me an email. You'll type in some stuff here about what's going on. You'll notice it sends me the exact question. You don't have to tell me what the question is. Send me an email, and then I will get back to you in the near future. I teach fully online, like I said earlier. I'm on my computer a lot. I'm very good about responding to email. So send me a message when you're having difficulties. Okay, so the thing about the homework, notice progress is always saved. So you can cut out anytime you want and go back to it. The thing about the homework is homework doesn't count other than practice. What really counts are the quizzes. Now you'll notice I can't do this quiz because in order to do the quiz, I have to get an 80% on the homework first. So I haven't gotten my 80%. I can't open the quiz. But what I will tell you is the quizzes look exactly like the homework. They are in exactly the same format. The only difference is the help menus are not there. There's no video thing. There's no Ask My Instructor thing. You can do a quiz twice, and I only keep the higher of the two scores. So what I strongly recommend with the quizzes is that you do it once, treating it like a test. No notes, no book, nothing. Treat it like a test to see how much you really know. You can then review the quiz and then go back and take it again and try to make sure you get a really good score on it, because it is the quizzes that count toward your score. Now you will notice quizzes have due dates. If something happens and you are unable to get the quiz done on time, it will give you an option of using a late pass. You can use 7 of these in the semester. And what a late pass will do will give you an additional 24 hours to get it done. So note that that's 24 hours from this date. So if it's now February 12th and you try to use a late pass, well, it'll take a late pass away from you, but still will not open the quiz because it's only good for 24 hours. You could use a second late pass and add another 24 hours, but then you've burned 2 late passes. Okay, so that's how the vast majority of this course is going to work. Most of the stuff is going to be here in Lumen Ohm. You'll watch the videos, you'll do the homework, you'll do the quiz. The only exception to that is there are a few things back here in Lumen Ohm under assignments. These are things that you're going to do on paper and pencil and then submit to me. So in learning math, I think it's very important for me to see you do some writing and see your work. So your very first assignment here will be course contract. So you'll come in. I have to view it as a student. Let me do this. This will sort of work. There'll be some directions you'll see. There's a link. So you're going to get this file, and then you're going to sign it and do all the information that it says on there and then submit it to me. And ideally, if you have a scanner, that's great. But if you don't, I'm sure you have a cell phone. You can use your cell phone. So I give you video links to how to use an Android phone to scan and how to use an iPhone to scan. Okay. Once you do that, down here, when you view it as a student, I'm the teacher. I don't have a student view. You'll click a thing and you'll upload your file and you will send it to me. All right. So this video is getting pretty long. I'm going to stop here in just a minute. The last thing I want to say is it's one of the most challenging parts with an online class is being involved. What I mean by that is it's very easy to say, well, things aren't due till Thursday, so I'm going to wait till Thursday to get started. That's probably not going to work very well. I highly recommend you do a little bit of work every day, not just wait till things are due and try to do it then. The other big thing I want to emphasize is getting help when you need it. When you need help, message me. When you need help, go to the tutoring center or use the online option of the tutoring center. They do offer tutoring online. Don't wait until you've gotten so far behind that it's nearly impossible to catch up. All right, so that's the end of this introductory video. I look forward to working with you this semester, and you'll get messages from me soon.